Hi, hello, welcoming all. In this class, we're gonna learn about the how to place the proper grid lines, and along with the how to place the columns, structural, how to place the structural foundation, and how to do the naming for that, and everything will let us explore here. So I'm just selecting the new template. I'm just selecting the architectural template. I'm clicking on the OK. So I'm just following the procedure. So once the project gets, the dashboard get loads, we have to do the initial setup. That's the level we am going to the east side. I'm just selecting, or maybe I'm just renaming this as the ground floor. Okay, then this I'll mention this as the first floor. Okay, then I copy the same and I'll add to the different levels. Okay, I'll go to this and I'll click on the OK, and I'll simply click on the CES create similar. Okay, now I'll take an offset of 4000, means 4 meter. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. I'll click on the escape now. Okay, I'll click on this. I'll go to the CES. I'll click on the pick a line. I'll create the offset as 4 meter, and okay, 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 then I select on this way. Okay, now I rename all the levels here. This is, I'll mention it as the second floor. This I'll mention it as the third floor. Okay, and this I'll mention it as the fourth floor. Okay, this I'll mention it as the terrace. Okay, fine. Now basically the levels which has been set right now. Now I'll go to the ground floor. Now here I want to add the grid lines. So in order to add the grid lines, we just need to go to the architecture tab. In the extreme corner you can go to this particular grid, or maybe you can just directly type the shortcut as GR. Okay, now I'm just selecting the grid lines. I'm writing here. So this one grid line has been set. Now in order to save the time, I'm just selecting particular the first grid line. I'm clicking on the CES create similar, pick a line, you select the offset. I said the 5000 is the offset here. Okay, clicking, okay, 7, 8 and 9. Maybe, or else you can just take the last one. Okay, fine. Now the basically this 8 grids has been added. Again I want to add the one more direction grid. Okay, GR, selecting this way and taking here. I'll rename this as the alphabet. Okay, now I'm clicking on the CES and pick a line, take the offset. I select this as the 4, maybe 5000 or 5 meter. Okay, okay, Control Z, it is overlapped. CS, sorry, continue, or maybe I can close this way. I'll do one thing, I drag this further more, and now and up to G is fine. Okay, now the grids has been added. This is how the basic we have understood in the previous lecture as well. Now I'll extend this here as well. So let us assume I'll move the leader once again, viewport. Okay, okay, let us say assume you have there is a curved boundary in that particular plot. So in order to add the curved grids, let us do that as well. Now once again I'll click on the GR grid lines. Now there is an option, there is an arc. Okay, that you can by using the arc command you can just create the curved grid lines here. See, this is how it works. So this is also one of the features which has this. I'll rename it as the 9. Okay, fine. Now the grid lines which has been now added. So this is the done. Now I'll measure this DI. Okay, okay, clear, click. Okay, so now the measurement part has been taken here as well. If you want, you can just show the measurements end to end. Okay, or individually if you want, you can just show. fine. That's extreme end to end is fine. If you're doing the much detailing part, that's very good for the side people who executes. For him, he has a much clarity if you proper every details in the drawing. So now basically the grid part has been completed. Now in our class we just wanted to place the, as I told in earlier, columns, foundations and annotations. Okay, now let us add the columns. Okay, so in order to add the columns, let me go to the structural part. So this basic structure definitely we required to understand before starting the Revit architecture. So I'm going to the structural part here. I'm just selecting on the columns here, and just as once I click on the columns, you can able to notice there is an I section or the MS section column has been loaded here. So as of now, it's there's a technical identity instance, the same place result in the counting. Okay, I'll go to the one thing. Let me go to the 3D view. I think I'll delete this. Let me do one thing once again. I'll go here and add the columns here, and I'll click. There is none of the elements which has been showing the error. Okay, let me once again going here and selecting this. Okay, the base level as of now is the ground floor. I'll click as the top floor as the first floor, and I'll select the base offset as the 0 and apply. Now again I'm going to the ground floor. Now you can able to notice the columns which is showing right now is the I section. Okay, and let me do one thing. I'll click on the fine view and I select on the shaded. So as of now I don't want to do the I section. So basically I want to change these columns to the concrete column. So in order to change the column, let me go to the edit tab and you duplicate this. I'll mention as the C1. Before that, let me load this first. Let me load the columns. I'll go to the structural columns. Okay, I'll go to this family, go to the concrete. There are different the columns which are available. Rectangular is available, and the round one and the square. So I'll go to this, and the rectangular column is one of the famous or maybe the generally used columns. I'll simply select this. Okay, I'm okay. I'm renaming this, or maybe I'll rename this as the C1 300 mm in 300 into 450 mm. Okay, I'm just selecting the okay. Now the column has been changed to this. Okay, now if you want, you can just copy this, and you should make sure that you select on the multiple and click on this and place. Okay, and select this way, and okay. So by doing this is going to take a time. So in order to avoid the time, let us do one thing. You select this, you click on the CES, and there is an option called the add grids. Okay, you click on the add grids. As of now I need to select the grids. I'm selecting the grids. So wait, I'm selecting the grids. Okay, I'm finished. So again the same error has come because there's a level issue. I'll go to the 3D view. I select on the SA. I minus this. Okay, this. Okay. For this I need to again I have to do is I will go to the ground floor is this thing, and I'll take the first floor. I'll select the base after as 0 and I'll apply. I'll go to the ground floor. So now you can able to notice this kind of this is how it's created. Right now I'll do one thing. Again I'll do the same. CS rotate on this add grids. Okay, go to the 3D view. Okay, I select these columns, and here as well these columns. I'll go to the top level as the first floor. I'll change this to the 0, and okay. So now everything has come in the one level. Now go to the ground floor. See, all the columns has been placed at the grids. This is the advantages of using the Revit. In a single click, you can add the multiple columns at the particular respected or maybe the reference grids. Now I want to change some of the column size. Basically, is a standard column which has been copied to the entire. Now I want to change here. let me go. I'm selecting this column. I'm clicking on the the property or edit type. I'll simply click on the edit type. I select this as the C2 column. This is, I'll keep 300 is fine. I'll increase the length. I'll increase the 600 mm. Once again, I'll rename this. I don't want the double one. Okay. Then again, I need to change the parameter here as well, 600 mm. Okay. Select. Now the column has been changed now here. So now the column positioning has been done right now. So let us do one thing. Before going to the next, okay, here also is missing. I will simply select this, copy and paste here and paste here. Fine. Now go to the annotation part. Now very important is the annotation. So now in order to add in order to annotate this, I'll go to the annotation page, tab here. You go to here and you select the tag by category. So I want to annotate, or maybe I want to name this column. So in order to name this column, I need to click on this. As of now, there is no tag is loaded for the structural columns. Okay, now I need to load this. Okay, so I go back. As of now, annotation, you find it, there is an annotation folder here. Now you go to this is a structural part. You need to find the annotation structural column tag here. You will find this and open. So now you click and leave here. See, C1 300 mm by 400 mm. So this is standard. So one more the difference I want to show you right now. See, this is automatically, once if I click here, this is already taken as sensor as C2. Here if it is sensing as a C1. C1. The same way you can name all the columns here. Okay, fine. Here as well, and here and here. So now once again here, if you want to do, you can just do it for all the columns. Okay, right. So yes, this is how the annotation part works. The same it can be taken into the sheet as well. In order to add the sheet, I'll go to the sheet here. There is a sheet. Okay, I'm just clicking here and adding a new sheet. As of now, by default A0 is selected. Let me select that one only. So now where is this ground floor? So in order to drag and drop here, whichever the grids you have taken over there, and drag and drop here. So you can able to notice the grids has been pasted here. Here you can just rename all your things, the data description and the owner, project name, everything you can able to know. We will deal all this in the upcoming session. I'm just giving a just overview. Okay, now again I'm just going back to the ground floor here. So now the first part has been completed. Now at all the grids I have placed the columns. Now I want to place the footings. So in order to place the footings, let me go to the same structural tab here. Here you will find there is an isolated footing section here. So in order to add, let me go here. As of now, there is no structural foundation families found here. Let me load. It's asking me to load the family. So now I'm clicking on yes. So now I'm going back. I'm just loading the structural foundation. So you will find there are different types of foundation. Rectangular foundation, pile cap foundation with the different number of piles. There are many different types of foundation which are available. So as of now, I'm just simply selecting the rectangular one, the foundation. I'm just clicking on the OK. Now I'm simply pasting it here. So as of now, basically I want to give clarity in the ground floor of the architectural plan. You can't able to see the foundation. In order to view this foundation, I'll go to the view plan, and you go to the plans and structural here, and here ground floor and the first floor. Okay, now the structural plan is showing the columns as well as the footing together. Basically it has some in the architectural the floor plan, or maybe the floor plan section, you will not able to find the columns here. If you go to the view section, there is a view plan. You go to the structural view plan, then you have the option of seeing together both. Here you can able to notice the foundation is going to view here. Again, I think you need to do the same here. The renaming part, I think I'll do it in the later stage, the annotation for the column. Right now I'm just selecting the foundation here. I'm just selecting the CS and again I'm just pasting, keeping here. Okay, here also there's an option of add grids is option is available. I just selecting this. Maybe I'll do one thing. I first select the foundation, I click on the CS and add grids. I need to select the grids right now and finish. Now all the foundation has been added to the different respective columns. Now again I can, if you want, you can just copy this multiple and paste it here. Yeah, so now the foundation part also has been completed right now. Now here as well, I think I'll do one thing. Annotation part here also, let me do one thing. I add here also annotation, go to the this annotation, tag by category. This is, I've already loaded the column category, that's why it's taking here. Okay, where is the C2 column? Yeah, these are the C1 columns, rest are the C1 columns. You can do randomly wherever you want. So yes, this is how it works. So now I'll go to the annotation part for the footing as well. Before that, I'll resize one of the footings here. I'm just here as well, I'm showing the duplicating the foundation. I'm just clicking on the edit tab, duplicate. I'll rename this foundation as the F2 1800 by 1500 I'll make. Okay, and okay, and clicking this. See, you can able to notice the foundation has, okay, sorry, I think I have only changed the name, but I have not changed the values. That is the reason it's not taking. So I do one thing, width I'll make it as 1500 and apply. Okay, now you can able to notice the changes which has been applied over here as well. So I want to do one thing here, this I'm footing selection here, I want to rename this. Okay, I'll rename this as the F1 1800 into 1200 into 450 mm foundation thick, and okay, fine. So now for this, let us annotation let us add for this. Let me go to the annotation here and go to the tag by category. This, as of now there is no structural foundation annotation part has been not loaded here. Okay, now I'll go back, go to the annotation, go to the structure, go to the foundation. Where is this foundation column? Structural foundation tag. Yes, you can able to see structural foundation tag. I'm just selecting here and selecting it. See, F1 footing 1800 into 1200 by 450 mm. So here, it's here, right? So you can do it for all the columns, whichever the things I have renamed. Where is this? This is by default it is taking as the F2. See, I'm just hovering here, the column, the foundation is sensing is that as F1. I'm just hovering here, it is sensing as the F2. This is here F1. Right, hope you have understood the advantages of the annotation part. In the AutoCAD you have to rename, or you have to measure, you have to showcase everything by manually, but here you can able to possible by means of clicking on the feature, right? This is the advantages of the Revit over all the other softwares. I'm just selecting Ctrl Z. Okay, you can, if you want, you can just show everything for all the foundation, right? So now I'll go to the 3D part as well. Now you can able to notice the foundation which has been connected to the columns. Once again, I have to do one thing is I don't want to see all these levels in the 3D view. Let us do one thing. In order to disable, let me type the shortcut VG. I'll go to the annotation part. Basically this is visibility of the graphic override for the 3D tab. So you go to the annotation part or annotation category here, you will find the levels. You need to find the levels and you uncheck this and apply and okay. Now the 3D view is completely clear of all the levels. Okay, now if you want, you can just go to the shaded part, you will understand much. See, now basically the column has been selected till the first floor, but I wanted to make sure to till the terrace level. So in order to make this to the till terrace level, let me select all the columns. In order to select all the columns, what I have to do, I need to simply click on the SC. The similar object columns has been selected. Now in the properties panel, you find the top level. I'll select this to the terrace and OK. Right now this simple click, the all the columns has been gone to the terrace level. I'll simply again I'm going here. Where is this 3D model? Yeah. So this is how it looks, right? So hope you have understood in this class how to add the grids and how to place the columns and how to place the foundation along with the annotation part. And the same if you go to the this, where is this structural part? I think let me do one thing. I remove this. Okay, I'll delete this. I'll add the structural ground floor here. So you'll find all the features which is including the foundation. So you will find all the annotation as well, the foundation details, everything. And if you want the realistic view here, you'll go to the ground floor of the structural plan. You click on the fine view, you click on the shaded, and you go to the sheet. Here as well you will find these kinds of shaded reason, but it doesn't look good. But you always make sure that you click it as the hidden line. This is sense more, right? So this is how basically works for the foundation, as well as the placing the columns and grids and adding these different types of what I can say, the curve grids. So yes, you practice yourself, you'll understand much and take the reference building floor plans you create, and you'll understand much, I would like to say. Yes, let's catch up in the next module.